Well, Happy New Year, everyone.
Welcome one and all, and Happy New Year, everybody. It is officially 2018.
What are you anticipating? Well, hopefully it's movies.
Hopefully it's this vid.
Great.
So I don't know what you're doing between 2016 and 2029, but I know what we'll be doing. Watching movies!
Now I'm going to talk about my top 10 anticipated movies of 2018 coming up.
Why are you watching this thing if you don't want to be anticipating movies? That's what we do. We anticipate movies. And in 2018, you're going to get a lot of new movies.
Looking forward to 2018 and the great movies that lie ahead. Now, the year is shaping up to be a terrific year in film.
So much coming out this year. I'm excited to be on this panel to talk about with you all these movies, man.
Can you handle all the cinematic goodness? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down the top 10 anticipated movies of 2018.
But first, sponsorship!
It's time to take a moment to thank some of our sponsors.
This video was sponsored by Audible, home to the largest selection of digital audiobooks, including bestsellers.
If you like this episode and want to download it and others, sign up now on Hearable.com using the promo code RLMNerd.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content.
That's right, Mike. Leave a comment under this video or on any of our extensive social media outlets about which...
Listen, guys, while you're here, why don't you take a second, click on that subscribe button, become a subscriber to my YouTube channel.
Please fucking subscribe!
More on that in a bit, but for now, let's talk about my 10 anticipated movies of 2018.
We know there's giant blockbuster movies coming out. We get excited.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that I'm curious to see. And there's even ones in my list that I don't even necessarily think are going to be great, but I'm anticipating them because I'm so curious about them.
That's right, Rich. You know, we see a lot of movies each year. Now, we each picked our own top 10 list based on our own individual criteria.
And let's start with the first one. The first one I'm looking forward to is Ready Player One.
Ready Player One, certainly something I'm very excited for.
Ernest Cline's 2011 novel, Ready Player One, reads like a love letter to geek culture.
Oh, wow.
Though jam-packed with enough pop culture references to make you weak in the knees, it's also just a rollicking, feel-good adventure story.
Very cool.
You go into a VR world and it's just everything we love as nerds.
Is that funny?
That's very cool. It's
very cool.
Yeah.
For nothing else, I'm curious about this movie.
King Kong is jumping off the Empire State. You understand how important this is to people?
I love it.
Okay, good.
Good.
The movie's going to be good.
Me personally, I love this film, or I will love this film.
It's clear that no expense is being spared in bringing the story to life. It's a veritable feast for the eyes.
Well, Mike, while we are a geek culture podcast, and I do love nerd culture mass-produced products aimed at bearded fatzos, there are other movies released every year outside of that spectrum.
At number 10 is going to be a movie that's a little off the beaten path. Maybe you haven't heard of it. A Quiet Place.
What's that?
It is a horror thriller. Any noise that gets made, these huge creatures come and pounce, and they attack. So you can't make a sound.
Why don't we just move on to Rich's list? Thank you, Jay. That's it. That's enough.
I don't know, but
All right, what's number
Emily
9?
Blunt, John Krasinski at number 10.
Yeah, I know. They want you to stay on script.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Move on.
Yeah.
Number 9, Annihilation.
Can you describe its form?
Annihilation. This may be kind of my sleeper pick. It's, I think, a lesser-known movie.
Natalie Portman, Oscar Isaac, obviously those actors alone, both Star Wars alum.
But not too many people know about it, but it may kind of surprise us.
Atmospheric, provocative, and visually stunning, the trailer promises a truly one-of-a-kind film.
A action-packed spectacle we haven't seen in a long time. Simply amazing. Memorable. The studio guy's handwriting is terrible.
And it's a movie that it'll cleanse the palate of all the other maybe kind of big, bombastic, colorful movies. This will be a little bit spicy.
Yeah, well, it's like, let's get off the blockbuster path and just see something that's a little smaller, quieter, thriller-ish.
But Jay, I think the question that everyone is committing suicide over is, are there going to be any more f***ing comic book movies this year?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Comic book movies are definitely on here. MCU movies, there are a couple I'm looking forward to.
We've got no less than 9 major comic book movies. We got a Star Wars Han Solo movie coming. Endless trash!
Next on the list is The New Mutants.
You know what I appreciated about that film is that it was another X-Men film.
It's a direction I didn't expect anyone to take with the X-Men property and the Mutants thing.
It seems like they're taking the right kind of risks.
And as much as every time I do a list like this, I'm always like, all right, let's try to minimize the whole MCU comic book movie thing. Hi, I'm Jeremy. Nice to meet you.
And I'm a giant pile of horseshit.
Number 7, Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
Black Panther is going to be great. It's a smaller film in comparison.
You get to decide.
Black Panther being one of them. I mean, really, that trailer from last year is one of my favorite
films.
The fact that it takes place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe just happens to be a wheelhouse I enjoy. That's just icing on the cake.
I love the Marvel films.
We all love the Marvel films.
They're
They're really
fun
great.
films.
They're very fun, colorful, they're adventurous.
You just want to turn your brain off.
They're popcorn films.
Exactly.
They're popcorn.
And that's fine.
And that's
okay.
fine. That's fine. That's totally fine.
Just shut your brain off and enjoy it. We
Shut
love
your brain
that.
off.
We
We
love that.
popcorn.
Black Panther is poised to rule the big screen in 2018 in what looks to be a Marvel movie like no other.
Just shut up.
Number 9 is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I loved Ant-Man.
That first Ant-Man movie, whole lot of fun. I think we're going to get more with the Wasp and more action, more laughs, more everything.
That's right. If you loved these films the first time, you're sure to love them again. When it's the same film just with the 2 after it. I can't wait.
Okay, well, at number 1 is going to be both of ours, I believe.
Yeah, I think
number
so.
1.
Let's just say it.
Rogue One.
Avengers
Cookie.
Infinity War.
It's a new movie called Cookie.
By Tasty Cake.
Number 1, Avengers Infinity War.
Let's just roll right into the next MCU movie I'm looking forward to. That is Avengers Infinity War.
Number 1 for me is Paddington 2.
It's going to be good.
No. Avengers, obviously.
Had to go with that one. Everyone's been waiting for that one. I mean, that's squad goals right there. Look at that. Hashtag it up.
Thanos in the house.
I'm so excited about Black Panther. He's in the movie.
Yeah.
I love Captain America and Iron Man and the Hulk and Black Widow and Hawkeye.
I
and the
know
other
what
one.
that
And
is.
Thor, they're all in the movie.
It makes Civil War's lineup look like a casual get-together.
That trailer. Wow, that trailer.
Thanos has come to Earth, so it looks like the culmination of the previous decade of MCU movies. It's all leading to this.
It's amazing.
See you in theaters May 4th, everyone.
Oh my God, I could smell the money now. I mean popcorn. I could smell the popcorn now.
Next up is Deadpool 2. Why?
Number 2, Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 1 was so good and so surprising. So if I wasn't looking forward to Deadpool 2, for me, that would be a bit strange.
Yeah, we are all individuals.
You've got one highly anticipated R-rated flick.
See what happens, but for now, Deadpool 2, definitely looking forward to it.
Number 3, Solo, a Star Wars story.
That looks awesome.
Number 2, Solo.
Yeah, there he is.
Star Wars story.
We could simply say it's a new Star Wars movie, and just end the entry there.
I'm going to see the film regardless.
Yeah.
I'm going to see the film. I'm going to see Star Wars because it's Star Wars. It says Star Wars on it. I'm going to see it.
Well, that's the most important thing, Star Wars.
It's more of a gangster flick. That's exactly what I want. There's going to be some fun. There's going to be some humor. There's going to be some smuggling. Will we see Jabba The Hutt?
I think
you will.
I think the answer is yes to all those questions.
Make sure it takes place right around the era of the original trilogy. That way we will continue to get the same thing over and over.
Okay, good. Yeah. Well, good. Well, then we're both very excited about it. We might see a trailer sooner rather than later.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very
Star
cool.
Wars.
Number 4 now, yet another superhero movie.
Next up, more comic book madness. What do you think my list was going to be? Seriously, don't fool yourself.
Wow, Mike, your list is really diverse and interesting. Those are really your top 10 favorite movies of the year.
Yes.
Next up is Venom. Me, big Spider-Man fan. I feel like this is a solid Venom mulligan that they're doing, so I am certainly interested.
The more and more I hear about Venom, though, why wouldn't you have faith in that project?
X-Men The Dark Phoenix, because we haven't seen the Dark Phoenix on screen, not really.
But Mike, aren't there any original films coming out this year that have no connection to previously established franchises?
But a lot of people have been asking me recently, what are the most anticipated movies of 2018 that don't have anything to do with comic book movies or Star Wars?
Of course there are, Jay. What would Fuck You It's Forever be without at least a few movies that are totally original?
There's a lot of them, and I thought I would count down for you right now my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2018 that aren't related to comic books or Star Wars.
You know, movies like
The Incredibles 2 will finally hit the screen.
Oh, wow. Wow, that is something else. That is really amazing.
The Incredibles 2.
Mm-hmm. Also coming up, The Incredibles 2.
I love this film.
Oh, no, Rich. The film isn't out yet. They just announced the title.
It is the textbook case of a movie being sold solely on its name. It's an incredible sequel. I'm completely there.
Well, me personally, I love this title.
I just think they're gonna. I think they're gonna nail this thing.
5-4 goes
I think that
back-to-back
you know how I
animation.
feel about babies.
Whatever the exact plot details, fans are sure to pack the theaters.
Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph Breaks the Internet.
I'll tell you what, I would have knocked out Incredibles 2 and put that in there.
Would you really?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I think that this movie looks like so much fun.
They're just supposed to be fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're just for fun.
movies are just supposed to be fun.
It's a great movie that uses video game properties as the icing on the cake, but the cake of Wreck-It Ralph is good.
By Tasty Cake.
I think this movie is going to be something very special.
Yeah, and they also have cameos from some Star Wars characters.
C-3PO and R2-D2 showed up, and I clapped!
I clapped when I saw them too!
From Marvel characters, so it's almost feeling like the Lego movie was, where there was all these cameos in there.
I clapped because I know Star Wars!
Next up is the sequel to a surprise from a couple years ago,
Creed 2.
I don't have my ear to the ground on the inner workings of what's coming out in movie lore. I just know Creed 2 is happening.
Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald.
I like the first one, and I actually am curious to see what they do with the second one.
Though details remain scarce, we can't wait to see where in the wizarding world Rowling takes us next.
We got very little information.
So little information. And you know what? I don't want information. I just want to see the movie.
Next up at number 6, I have A Wrinkle in Time. This is a big deal. A female director working for a studio getting to be at the helm of a production of this scale. If anybody can bring the magic that is in that book to the big screen, it's someone like her.
It shows just how much Disney cares about diversity in their casting choices.
Number 4, Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom.
Oh, wow. I'm very excited about that film, too.
Just like
All
life,
right.
Perry finds a way.
You're right. I was going to get that movie no matter what.
Those story details have remained under wraps.
We got very little information.
We do know that Jeff Goldblum will be returning as Dr. Ian Malcolm.
Very cool.
And that detail alone has many fans seriously excited.
Oh my god, holy shit.
If they got to get those dinosaurs off that island, I'm just wondering where they're going to go. So I've got my fingers crossed.
Let's just get this over with.
Mary Poppins Returns.
It's back again, and it's completely different and revolutionary. Yet at the same time, it's all of the things you expect.
When I judge what Disney has been doing with all of their live action remakes, their new spins on their older movies, why wouldn't anybody believe in this?
I really want to thank everybody for rolling out of bed.
But we'll see what happens. But for now, I have given you 10 movies I'm looking forward to in 2018.
So hopefully now these are some movies that you can put on your watch list.
How much weight will I gain this summer in popcorn? Stay tuned to find out.
Funny thing is, if this year is anything like last year, my favorites of the year are going to be things that weren't even on my radar.
But once again, the smaller independent films were the better of the movies.
The Mummy.
Stop that. But will we get some good blockbusters this year? I'm hoping.
Yeah, I would like to take this moment to talk about Geek Crate.
New box, really cool stuff every month.
Again, this video is brought to you by Audible. Follow the link below in the description to audible.com/Jahns. Get yourself a 30-day free trial of Audible. Browse the largest audiobook library in the known galaxy.
And you can get 25% off the very first all-female Ghostbusters novel.
Chewbacca Cheez-Its. Enough to satisfy the hunger even of a Wookiee.
Fucking Ray Band-Aids.